Hey guys, good morning. So I am back from Memphis and it's literally like straight back into work. We've got so much stuff this weekend. So I am actually going to go and pick up Gloria. If you don't know Gloria, she is one of my best friends. She's going to shoot a TV segment with me for Senior Services of Southeastern Virginia. We're going to do a little salsa dancing. I've been working with them for a few years now, so when they have an event called the Art of Healthy Aging, and I'll put the information down below, because if you have a parent or a senior that you know that needs to just get active and have a tribe, this is like the perfect thing. And I mean, everything's virtual right now, so they don't need to like live in my area. So we're gonna go and actually into the studio, not my studio, but their production studio that they rented, that's producing this for them, and we're going to shoot that today, so I'll take you along with me for that. And that's the main thing for today. And then tomorrow I'm going to shoot a campaign with Lilu Designs 720, so I will take you with me to pick up the outfit for that, because it's kind of like for some special things that I have coming out for you guys. So stay tuned. All right, we're all made up. Look at Lola. Hola, Lola.
Hola, Marquita.
Good morning. It's about 6 o'clock. Got up normal time, 5:30. 2.5 mile walk and run. Let's do this. Hey guys, so this morning before I start my day and shoot the campaign and everything, I figured I wanted to kind of sit down and have a little bit of like a coffee chat, a martini chat, whatever is in your cup kind of chat. I have towel with me, so you know this is like strawberry, watermelon, like a Crystal Light packet, you know, so that's what's in my cup. Whatever's in your cup, join me. So right now I have been working on a lot of things for marquitabianca.com, which is more so to benefit creatives right now, because with COVID and all of the pivoting and everything that we are having to do, and I say we because this includes myself, I am a creative, we're just lost. A lot of us don't know really up or down right now, which way to go, where to turn, you know, all of the programs that are either supposed to provide money, you either don't qualify for. So I have, if you follow me on my blog, you would have already seen that I put out a list of interns, career opportunities, and not even just necessarily fashion houses, and not necessarily just for people who work in fashion, but a lot of different things on the website. And it was just my round one. I plan on putting out as many rounds as possible. So any opportunities that I know of, they're going to be in the career section of marquitabianca.com. So make sure that you are checking that out, because it could probably help a lot of people. And then if you know somebody, make sure you share it with them, and make sure also that you like and subscribe while you're here. I appreciate it, and I appreciate those who keep coming back. So let's talk about a couple of things, and this part of the episode is actually going to be a new cool feature. I am launching a podcast that we are going to affectionately call You Better Work, all focused on us building the amazing life that we deserve. So through working, relationships, getting creative with our careers, all of those things, I'll be sharing really everything that I learn and know, stuff that I've done wrong, talking to people in the industry who are doing things amazing, who we can learn from. So you're gonna wanna stay tuned for that. So pretty much while this vlog goes up, that podcast is going to launch too. So I'll be pulling, bits and pieces from different vlogs, things that I feel that you could probably benefit from. I am both a visual and auditory person, so I love people who have vlogs but also have podcasts because I like to listen to them while I'm in the car, and I also like to listen to them while I'm running in the morning. So on my 2.5 mile walk, I have podcast hosts that I love to listen to, and I'll make sure that I put a list of those that I love in a blog post on marquitabianca.com, because maybe you can find a new person that you love as well. All right, so let's get into it. So I want to talk about curating your career for 2020. It is now August, and of course we have a few months left of the year, but this can still be your year. You can still do all of the things that you set out to do when you made your plans in January. They just might look a little bit different. So I figured I'd share about 5 tips that could help you, also that I am really have either already used myself or are currently using, because these things never expire. They're always good to know, they're always good to do. So tip 1, leveraging your contacts. It is so important right now to exercise using your contacts, because since our options are few and far between for what we can physically do, where we can physically go, it's really about who you know now. Who can you reach out to that is going to either help you to, let's be honest, find a job right now? Maybe you're looking for work. Who can help you maybe get promoted to another job, bring in more money in the current job that you have. There's a lot of wants and a lot of desires that we have right now. Again, I'm including myself in this as a creative. There are a lot of things that I want to do right now. So it's being creative about making those things happen. And one of the things that has really helped me since the pandemic started is leveraging my contacts. That is everyone from the fashion industry to the dance performing arts industry, and then also really even relationally with friends. And I've made new friends because of that. So make sure you are leveraging your contacts. Okay, so second is creating a position that brings a value, particularly money. So when I talk about that, money is not a bad thing. We need to be talking about money. Money loves to be transferred from one person to the other. It loves to move. It was meant to move from me to you, to another person, back to me, all of those things. It's never meant for us to just hold on to it and keep it. So when we are talking about creating positions, you might work for someone right now and you're wondering, maybe you are not happy in your current job. Maybe you feel a little stuck in your current job. Well, get creative. How can you switch that job up? Right now, large companies are having to fire, furlough, lay off, all of those things. I can tell you, as an owner of a business, we lose sleep. We do not want to furlough. We do not want to fire. We do not want to lay off. We are in a position that we did not ask for. No one expected COVID. No one wants COVID. We're trying to get rid of COVID. The human in us makes people not wear masks. It's just a mess. But can I tell you that if you have an idea, if you have a way to make yourself more valuable, do it. If you can go to an owner and say, look, I can bring in 20% more revenue by helping with this. I have this talent over here. Can I tell you, no one is going to shy you away. No one of good sense. I can't say everyone's going to be excited to hear your idea, but the point is to start getting this momentum going, start getting the juju working. It can't hurt. So if you have an idea that can bring value to a current job that you have, then go for it. If you have something that can bring value to a company that you don't work for, let's say you are not employed right now, but you see a void in a business, there are tons of different creative jobs that can be implemented in other people's businesses right now by you being a contractor, an independent contractor, to bring value and money to that business. With all of the unrest, with all of the injustice that's happening right now, there are so many careers popping up where you can use your voice, you can use your platform. Diversity and culture is one of them. There are so many companies right now where their integrity needs to be checked, and not in a bad way, but in a way where you can go and sit down and say, you know what, let me open up your eyes. Let's make a department for this. And by them being checked and by them putting that integrity into the right space, more money can come through the door for that business. There are tons of businesses that are in that bubble right now. Let's be all the way honest. I mean, we all know about it. All right, number 3, develop a unique skill. There is so many opportunities right now for schools that are offering free education online. It is such a long list. I can name right now that Parsons has teamed up with Vogue magazine to create a bunch of fashion study programs. They're not free, but they are so worth it. We know how much Parsons is each year, right? Okay, so if you can have a little bit of Parsons in your house to further the strength of you and your fashion career, why wouldn't you do it? So there is a lot of opportunity right now for you to be able to develop a unique skill that you can then take back to the last 2 things that I talked about. Take it to a company, become a contractor, any of those things. And then also get ready for the wave of after we get through this whole piece of COVID. There is going to be real life on the other side of this. Wouldn't you want to be ready for it? Wouldn't you want to use this incubation period right now to develop that skill, so that way on the other side of this, you're like, all right, I'm ready. Everything done, everything that I needed done is done. My business cards are done, my website's done, all of that. Use and build your stock right now, which will make you, of course, more valuable in the long run. All right, so number 4, over deliver for staying power. Over delivering on service is probably one of my favorite things, and I'll tell you why. My very, very first gig that I had the opportunity of nailing was because I over delivered on a service. And I can tell you right now, I remember like it was yesterday. It was me teaching a dance class, and the opportunity came because I literally begged for someone to hire me. And I was like, I can do a really, really great job for you, I promise. Well, the day came for me to do this. It was for a volunteer function, and the whole event ended up not going the way that the producer wanted, meaning there was supposed to be food ordered. The food order wasn't placed. And so I had to basically entertain really, really angry people. Now, I was like, you know what? You guys are hungry, but you are going to like me. So my dance partner and I stayed longer than we needed to, made sure everybody was good. It ended up being wonderful. But from that, I can't even tell you how many jobs I booked after that. It was almost as if that I didn't even need to sell anybody on my services anymore. And truth be told, the only reason for that, because I'm a great teacher, but for me, staying and just doing the little bit extra, people were like, you know what, I want to hire this girl because I know she is going to do that for me. And no matter what, she's going to overcome no matter what the situation is. So it wasn't that I had to do a job. I didn't have to keep people happy. I get to do the job. And now I get to do it even more because of the mindset that I had on that day. So I'm literally over 10 years out of that situation. And I can tell you, I still get opportunities because people remember the girl that I was on that day. So over delivering, you guys, be that person that stays 5 minutes late. You never know if you are the person that runs out at the door at 6 o'clock because you're clocking out and you're unhappy in your job and you're only going to do what you're paid for and all of those things. You have no idea what blessing that you are missing out on. You clock out at 6 o'clock and 6:03, right past you in the elevator could be the person that you would run into that is going to change your life. So I'm telling you, believe me on this, over deliver. And even if you're not appreciated, still over deliver, because it will come back several times fold for you. I promise you. Such a huge thing. If you don't remember anything else on this list, over deliver. Okay, number 5, collaborate for job creation for more money. Okay, so even still to this day, of course, I can't do everything. Yes, we do have a couple of different sectors of what my business is here, but a lot of things I like to collaborate on. So I just got done shooting a commercial for GoDaddy, and I had to fly out to Memphis for that. Well, my agent that booked that, we literally had the best meeting while I was in Memphis talking about how we could collab for more work. So this is the thing, and this is a very easy concept. She's an agent. She gets paid by, of course, the more jobs that she books for people like me. I am the talent. Me making my agent look good makes people want to call my agent back to not only book me, but also book other people that she has. We need each other for this relationship. It's so important. So what I'm going to do from now on is, of course, every job that I have for her, I'm going to make sure that I'm, the best in all of those things, which I'm going to do that anyway. But also me making sure that my brand stays like ironclad and strong and stellar, still, again, it makes her look good, because when somebody calls her and says, hey, who's that girl? Or hey, can you send over that girl? Or hey, or for me, if I have somebody that calls, for like a brand deal or something like that, and I'm like, you know what, I really don't want to hire this. Guess who I'm going to call? Call her, let her work out all the kinks, the stuff that I'm not really good at. I'm the creative. I don't want to do the contracts. She's really good at that. Well, she's professional already. She's working with GoDaddy. I mean, come on now, right? Let her do it. Now we're collaborating. We don't have to be partners in business, but we're collaborating on that particular thing. There are so many instances out there where creatives can be collaborating on things, and we're not taking the opportunity to do so. If you are a brand and you know somebody who is amazing at marketing, go together and collab with that. Give them a chunk of the pie. If you know somebody who is, again, good at managerial stuff and you are the brand, if you have deals coming through, let them handle all those specifics that they're really good at, because I guarantee you, if you're trying to do everything and you're not good at it, I'm so guilty of this. If you're trying to do everything and you're not good at it, it takes away from the value of you being the brand. It's not saying that you can't handle contracts, but just don't. Like, if you don't have to, then why would you? Let somebody else be able to handle it to a business excellence place that you wouldn't be able to keep it at. It's as simple as that. So if you have people that you can collaborate with, if you have brands that you can be working with, that you can be doubling and tripling your money just by kind of outsourcing something. But I'm not speaking about outsourcing to a company or overseas or somebody that you don't know. I'm talking about you collaborating with somebody that you know has a specific excellence to them in an area of the industry or career where you two together can produce more money and opportunity for each other. There are levels to this, and there is a difference. So that's tip number 5. So let's recap. First one, leveraging your contacts. Make sure right now that you are contacting everyone. And this is rule of thumb, guys. Don't just call people when you need them. Don't. In fact, if you all of a sudden discover that you need somebody one day and you want to call them, don't do it. Especially if it's me, because it's such a slap in the face. If you're going to leverage your contacts, you need to be laying bricks all along. Keep in contact with people, and this takes 5 seconds. Hi, how are you? Thinking about you. See, everything's going well. Is everything going well? Whatever, it takes 5 minutes for you. I can guarantee when the pendulum swings and you need that person and it's coming back around, if you call them and say, hey, really quick, I know maybe it's been a week since we talked. Well, a week is not a big deal. I mean, come on. Hey, thinking about this, what do you think about this? Can you help me out with this? That person is not going to mind. But if that person hasn't heard from you for a whole year and they've been struggling through this pandemic, what a slap in the face for you to call because you need something. So think about that. Leverage your contacts and make sure you're staying in contact with your contacts. All right, number 2, create a position that brings value, particularly money for you or the company that you are working for. Remember, you get to do things. You don't have to do things. Keep that mentality. Someone once said, and it sticks with me to this day, when your entitlement is high, then your mood or your unrest or your unhappiness is low. And I was like, wow, that's such a true story. When you feel entitled, when you have an air, when you think things should be a certain way, genuinely you get disappointed, and that leads to attitudes and all of these other things. We want to make sure that we keep our vibrations as high as humanly possible. All right, number 3, develop a unique skill. Stay in school. I was thinking about like a song back in the day talking about staying in school, but stay in school. Make sure you stay sharp. Make sure that you are ready when people call you. Make sure you have what you need when people call you. It's so super important. I can't tell you how many times I call in a creative and I'm like, hey, once in a lifetime, experience here. And they're like, oh, they're just not ready. You have to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I'm just saying. I know it's like all of these things that rhyme, like I really don't mean to do it. It's just coming out. All right. And then number 4 is over deliver for staying power. Go back to the story that I told you. Over delivering, you can never, ever go wrong. You can never, ever go wrong. Even if you don't get treated properly, trust me, over delivering is good for you. It's like chicken soup for your soul. It doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. You being good at what you do doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. All right, and number 5, collab for job creation and more money. Stay hold of those people that are good at what they do. Work with them. Be good at what you do so you can be one of those people that I'm talking about. So that way people want to come to you. They want to collab. And I'm not saying say yes to everything. The word no is a sentence and you can use it and it's okay. And you don't have to explain yourself. But if it's a good deal, take it. If it can get you where you need to go, take it and make sure that you use all the other rules to meld it all together and curate your career for 2020. So I hope you enjoyed this part. Gonna go on with the rest of my day. Make sure you continue to like, subscribe, and if you're listening on the podcast, it's gonna be so great, new podcast. I can't wait because I have so many gyms that I just want to talk to you guys about, and it's not all the time about a vlog, but I am gonna kind of keep these vlogs going because I've heard that you all would like them. And if you do like it, make sure that you let me know down in the comments. But if you're listening on the podcast, I'd love for you to rate this podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, then I hope that you would follow me and listen to the podcast. All right, so I'm gonna go shoot this campaign and I'm tired. You guys, have a good day. Go make your dreams come true. I'll make sure that I show you my outfit and some snips of what this photo shoot turns out to be. And then I'll see you in the next vlog. So in my office, I just got done changing so that way I can shoot the small surprise campaign that I'm going to link with a blog post that goes out tomorrow to surprise all of like my college students and everyone that's pursuing careers right now in the fashion industry and either can't find opportunities, they need internships, or are actually looking for some paid jobs. I made like a surprise list for everybody and it goes live. So by the time you see this vlog, you'll see that, but I want to show you my outfit. So the best thing is all of the designers that I linked are so sweet and everything. I actually collabed with Femi. She's local here in Virginia Beach, and I'm going to link all of her information. Look at this, you guys, seriously, and it zips all the way down. So just in case, you know, you can be as appropriate or not as you want. The top is boohoo. I will link everything in my what I'm wearing area of marquitabianca.com. Check it out.